Welcome, everyone. Donald Toldson is a three-time best-selling author, international speaker, world civility ambassador, certified trainer, and entrepreneur. In 2023, the world-renowned civility organization I Change Nations recognized Donald D. Toldson Sr. as a modern-day hero for his consistency in demonstrating a service mentality through his actions for others to see. Donald is president of Keynotes and More Advanced Toastmasters and the 2023-2024 Public Relations Manager for District 84. Please welcome Donald D. Toldson Sr. for navigating goal setting.
All right. Hello, everyone. I also want to mention that I am also the president of Hunters Creek Toastmasters as well. I have some of the members here, so I am excited. But good morning, everyone, and I am excited to be here with you on this beautiful morning as we are here at the summit, and we all are here to reach new heights. This morning, I will be talking to you about navigating goal settings and how we can achieve success. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen at this time. Let's go ahead and do this. And I'm going to hit on my PowerPoint. Can everyone see that? Can everyone see the screen?
We can see the full view. It's not in presentation view.
There we are. Good, good.
Now we see it.
Perfect. So we're going to be talking about navigating goal settings, navigating goals and achieving success. But I want to ask you a question. And it's a question that we all must ask ourselves. And it is simply this. What are my goals? What is it that I truly want? And what am I willing to do in order to achieve these goals? I know we all are motivated. January 1, we begin to make goals. By January the 3rd, we're thinking about it's too hard. And by January 5th, you say, I can't do this. 5 days in, and we've already given up on our goals, right? But your goals, they are the roadmaps to your future. And I know that with your unwavering determination that you can bring those goals into reality. We all not only want to talk about it, but we want to ensure that our goals become reality. It was the great Tony Robbins, he once stated that he said, setting goals, it is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. And I want to do something right now is I want to take you on a journey. So I want everyone to go ahead at this moment right now, go ahead and just close your eyes. Now, if you can still see me, that means that your eyes are not closed, right? So go ahead and close your eyes. But I want you to picture that you are standing at the base of Mount Everest. It's the tallest peak in the world. Imagine the bitter cold, the endless expanse of snow, and the sheer magnificence of Mount Everest. And with every step, you can hear and feel the crackling snow beneath your feet. You know that reaching its summit, it is your ultimate goal. The path ahead, it is daunting. It's filled with towering challenges, both physical and mental. The biting cold and the thin air and the treacherous terrain, it tests your resolve at every step. But you press on, fueled by your unwavering determination to conquer the mighty mountain. With each obstacle, you find strength that you never knew that you had. You overcome hurdles and you overcome adversities and obstacles. You're pushing through the pain, fatigue, and self-doubt. Every footstep is a testament to your indomitable spirit. You tell yourself, just one more step, just one more step, and you made it. The vision of standing on top of Mount Everest's majestic peak touching the sky. Now, I want you to just reach out in your mind, and I want you to just touch the sky and feeling a sense of accomplishment like no other. You made it. You kept going. It's a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and unwavering optimism. Now, I want everyone to open their eyes. I want you to remember that when you set your sights on a goal with unwavering determination, that you, that's right, every one of you, that you can conquer your Mount Everest. Now, go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause. You just conquered your Mount Everest. So now let's ask ourselves these questions. Why are goals important? Now, there are various types of goals that we want to pursue in our lives, right? We have our short-term goals, right? We have our long-term goals, and we have our personal goals. But why are goals important? First, our goals, they give our lives direction, and they give our lives purpose. We want to ask ourselves, where have we been? Why are we here? And where are we going, right? We need direction. Then we want to identify what really matters. What is our reason why? Why do we want to accomplish and achieve this goal? And then our goals, they prioritize our action. What actions are we going to take in order to accomplish those goals? And then our goals, they keep us motivated. It is what, by having that action plan, it keeps us on the path to achieving that goal. So we are going to begin to look at various types of goals. Now, there are various types of goals, and we want that we want in our lives. You know, we have our short-term goals, right? We have our long-term goals, personal and professional goals. These are the various types of goals that we want to pursue. But we are talking about goal setting, and we are going to talk about the goals in our own personal lives, right? We have our short-term goals. We have our long-term goals, as I stated before. We have our personal goals, and we have our professional goals. But I would love for someone, just one person, to unmute and give me an example of a short-term goal. What is your short-term goal? Just one person. Go ahead and unmute yourself and give me your personal short-term goal.
Lose 20 pounds.
Lose 20 pounds, yes. So let me go ahead. I'm glad you said that. Some of our short-term goals are personal fitness, right? Saving money. How many of us want to save money? Learn a new skill. These are all short-term goals, and we want to complete a work project. Now, when we talk about improving our physical fitness, you know, this goal, it could improve. It can involve going to the gym regularly, not just for 1 or 2 days, but regularly, right? Running a certain distance and participating maybe in a physical fitness class. And then we talk about saving money. Now, when we talk about saving money, we're talking about saving a specific amount. We all have a certain amount of money that we want to save. And then learning a new skill. We all want to learn a new skill, right? That's why we came to Toastmasters, to learn how to become communicators and leaders. That is why we came to Toastmasters. And it is always good to always be in that learning mode. We always want to continue to learn and complete a work project. Now, if you're employed, and I know some of us are retired like myself, but if you are still working, and I hope that you are, then you want to be able to have that short-term goal of learning a new project at work, or even partaking in a project at work. Then we want to look at long-term goals. One person other than Victor, one person, give me one long-term goal that you might have. Unmute yourself and give me one long-term goal. Do it now.
Have my Toastmasters book written and published by our conference next May.
Yes, thank you, Kathy. That is a long-term goal. So we're going to talk about one of your long-term goals. It could be owning a business. To start your own business, that could be a goal, and you have to put those long-term goals in actionable steps in order to get there. Educational attainment. Now, when you're talking about long-term educational goals, it could be going back to college, or if you weren't able to finish high school, going back and getting your GED or working on that doctorate degree. Those are all long-term goals, or even specialized training. These are on your job. They might have an educational platform where you can go back and you can move up in those management levels by taking various courses within your organization. And then we have financial independence, retirement. We're talking about that good old word R, retirement. You're working toward retirement, or you are saving up to purchase a new home. These are financial goals, or paying off all your credit cards. These are goals, long-term goals that you want in order to get to that end point. Then we're back to that health and wellness. If you look at the world that we live in now, health and wellness is something that we want because people are living more. And the reason that they are living more is because they are taking part in health and fitness. They are growing. Then we have personal goals. Now, personal goals can be either they could be either short-term or long-term goals. These are, it could be a family lifestyle or a lifestyle change, both personal and, both long-term and short-term. So some of the personal goals that we have is eating healthier. I know it's so convenient to go out to McDonald's or Burger King or Chick-fil-A, and I know we're getting hungry just thinking about it, right? But we must eat healthier. Sometimes those products and those byproducts, they're not good for us, and we are wondering why we are getting sick. Well, let's start eating healthier and have a healthier lifestyle. Some of those personal goals might get more sleep. I know we on a busy schedule. Yeah, we all say, oh, I want to get 8 hours of sleep when we're actually getting 2 hours or sometimes even 4 hours of sleep. But we must make a personal goal of getting more sleep, right? Spend more time with family. You know, life is so short and the day fly by so fast. And before we know it, we gotten up in the morning, we went off to work, and we come home Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we find ourselves so busy, but we are not spending time with our family. It is good to make that a goal, your personal goal. And that could be, like I said, it could be the short term or even long term, but make that a priority to spend more time with your family. Then we have network more. Again, back to the families and friends. Network with your family. You know, I see families, they move to different parts of the country. They don't see each other for 5 years. Well, now we have something that's called Zoom. Schedule a Zoom family meeting and network with your friends and family. Then we have professional goals. Professional goals. Communicate with influence and impact. Communicate with influence and impact. So how do we do that? How do we communicate with influence and impact? Well, as a professional, if you want to be the example, you want to communicate your various topics, your expertise, and you want to be able to influence other people's lives. Here at Toastmasters, where we communicate and build leaders, we want to be able to use those skills, and we want to be able to use those in professional settings and make an impact on others' lives. And then we have developed leadership skills. You don't want to be on your job for 20 years and you're still at the same level as you were on day one. I heard this great story where these two men, they worked at the same job. And over the course of 20 years, one moved up to the rank of president, and the other gentleman, he moved up within the ranks of the skill set. And there's nothing wrong with being a skilled laborer. Well, there was a limousine that pulled up one day, and the person that who had been on the job 20 years, and he had moved up in the ranks of leadership, and then there was the other one who moved up in the work of being a skilled laborer, and now he's a foreman. So the limousine pulls up, and he noticed that that was his old friend Tom. He said, "Hey Tom, how you doing?" He said, "I'm doing fine." He said, "I never knew that you would go so far in life." He said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm proud of you too. I've been following you." And he said, "I'm glad to see that you made it up to the position of president. I never knew that you would go so far." He said, "Well, Tom, you know, on the day that you and I started at the same job over 20 years ago," he said, "there was a difference." He said that you came to work for $10 an hour, but I came to work for the company. And there is a difference. That's why I was able to move up in the company. So make sure that whatever job you're on, that you are developing your leadership skills. And then we have managed conflict. How many times on our jobs or in our professional career that we have came in conflict with that person and we wanted to tell them off, right? Set them straight, but we had to manage those conflicts. And then professional certification. Whatever skill you're in, whatever job you're in, you want to develop your skill sets by getting those certifications. So now we're going to talk about that great word smart. And I'm not talking about intellect. I know sometimes we have smartphones, we have smart TVs, but we're going to talk about a different type of smart. You know, when setting goals, it is important to make them smart, right? We're talking about make them specific, make them measurable, achievable, relevant, and we're going to make them time bound. So what am I talking about? Let's look at specific. Now, when we talk about specific, our goals, they must be clear and they must be precise. What is it that I want to, what goal do I want to accomplish? We need to know what that is so that when we look at our reason why, we will know why we want to accomplish that goal. And then that goal, it must be measurable. You know, goals should be, they should be what I like to call quantifiable. I can't even hardly say the word quantifiable. In other words, what I'm saying is that they must be direct, quantifiable. Now, if you allow it by being quantifiable, then that means that you can gauge it. How do measurable? How can, you know, if I go from point A to point B, what is that distance? If I have a goal here and I know that I want to accomplish it, you know, what is it that I need to do? What action steps do I need to put in place so that I can measure my progress? Let me give you an example. If your goal is to increase quarterly sales by, let's say, 10%, and you want to have a certain time frame within the next quarter, then you want those actionable steps so they can be measurable. How do I achieve that 10% goal within this certain time period, which is by the next quarter? And then you want goals to be achievable. They should be realistic goals. Don't say, I want to become a millionaire within the next 6 months. Well, my answer to you is play the lottery. Purchase plenty of lottery tickets. That's the only way that you are going to be able to become a millionaire within the next 6 months, if you're lucky. So they should be not only realistic goals, but they should also be attainable. And those goals, those achievable goals, they should be at a point where they are going to stretch you. They're going to cause you to grow, but make sure that they are realistic goals and attainable goals. And then you want to make sure the SMART and R, you want to make sure that your goals are relevant or either realistic. Now, your goals that they should be relevant to your larger objective. Now, is that color red? Am I already there 20 minutes? Oh my goodness, they should, okay. They should be relevant and realistic. And then you want your goals to be time bound. You want to set a certain time on making your goal in a certain time, a certain time frame. Let me shift these papers over here. So I want to thank you all for joining me this morning, and I want to express my gratitude of you being here. And I want you to remember that goal setting, it is not a destination, but that it is a journey. Please embrace it, learn from it, and let it propel you toward your goals and your aspirations.